what's with the gloves?
I hear we're doing a Battle of the Sexes story.
We are. However, bad news is it involves you parking cars.
Why is that a problem?
Because we all know how you drive. So the myth is that women are better at parking cars than men. Is that ridiculous or what?
At least we're better at the sucker punch, huh? For the Parallel Parking Challenge, we're bringing in 20 volunteers, 10 men and 10 women. And this is how we're going to score them on their parallel park. Centering between the front and the back vehicle. The curb distance, they must be at a legal curb distance. We're going to deduct if they smash into the car before or after them. They will fail if they actually take off a bumper, scrape the car, and how many times they need to correct to get into the space. Tori and I are both going to be judges so that there is no bias.
I am an incredible parallel parker. I can do it fast, I can do it on a dime. I live in the big city. I know what I'm doing when it comes to parallel parking.
He's confident, that's for sure.
You better be a good parker after all that talk.
Despite the fact there's no time limit, Frank heads for the space like it's a race.
Wow, he is in a hurry. He must have to use the restroom.
This is definitely somebody from a city.
He's got a good angle, but his speed and overconfidence costs him.
Oh!
That's a 10-point deduction.
Okay, we got a bump.
Okay.
And an alarm.
And that's another 10. And with an additional forward and back correction, that's 10 more.
I bet you he thinks that's an amazing park job.
Perfect. All right, front is 9 inches.
Perfectly square would be 20 inches. So a further 11-point deduction leaves Frank with a total of 59.
So far, not a good start for the men, I'm telling you.
Okay, Gwen, here we go.
And she's much more cautious than Frank.
She's doing pretty good.
Maneuvering with careful precision, Gwen makes the most of the angle and space.
She almost touched, but didn't touch.
Look, she's just readjusted.
The impressive Gwen completes the park with a single 10-point correction penalty. And the tail of the tape
20 inches.
tells us Gwen is perfectly centered, scoring an impressive 90 points. It's a tough act for Scott to follow.
He's driving very confidently.
And he carries on where Frank left off.
Oh, we got a bump.
He's also racing to get into the space and doesn't mind using the cars on either side to nudge his way in.
Oh, geez, that's not good.
And with a poor positioning score,
8 inches. You impressed?
he posts a total that's very similar to Frank's, meaning in this battle of the sexes, the guys already have their backs to the wall. But with Justine behind the wheel,
Nope, this is all gone wrong. That's a bump.
it all goes curb up.
Ooh, that's really close.
She better leave a note.
Things get so bad, Tori even tries his hand at some encouragement.
You're doing great. You almost have it.
Really? That was really nice of you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh. Wow, that's all. I'm speechless. Wow. Yep, drive up on that curve. Do it.
Whoops.
You almost got it. And by almost, I mean miles away.
P.S. We've run out of points to take away.
I don't know how to do this.
I don't know if you can call it parallel, but it's definitely parked.
Yeah, I'm in the space, right?
Yeah, you're in the space.
That was a license revoking parking job. Justine parked on the curb and may have ruined 2 cars in the process. I stopped marking down her score when we got to 0.
The women's average took a hit, and 6 tests later,
That didn't sound good.
We're about halfway through the test, and I gotta say, this is really interesting. We have some really great scores from the women and some really bad scores from the women. Oh, God, really?
Can this woman see?
Do you have a license?
I do. I'm terrible at parallel parking.
Whereas the men are kind of consistently staying at the middle. So when it averages out, we're at a tie.
after 10 park jobs, the average is incredibly close. But there's a clear gender-based difference in method.
Oh.
The men are generally faster, don't mind the odd bump,
Ooh, that was a good bump.
and as a group, they seem to have more confidence.
Perfect.
While the women are more cautious and methodical.
Woohoo!
The difference between their highs and lows
Oh, this is a really bad angle.
being a lack of confidence.
I'm used to nudging my way in, but when the alarm went off, I was a little paranoid, you know, someone come out screaming with a rake or something.
So what are the results?
All right, so the women came out with an average of 42.5, and the men came out with an average of 43.6, a statistical tie.
Yep, with just 1.1% difference, statistically speaking, there's nothing in it. And that means
Women being better parkers than men, busted.
All right, let's go. Oh, should we let Grant out of the trunk?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Hey, wake up. We'll let you out when we get back to San Francisco.